feminism in the cartoon Mulan, shattering breaking of stereotypes of Western interpretation. The cartoon Mulan 1998 by Disney is not only a wonderful story about a brave girl who rescues an entire empire, but also a striking example of how popular culture rethinks gender stereotypes. Since it realized it has attracted the attention of viewers as well as critics, many of whom have noted its feminist subtext. However, the question of how much this message aligns with the original Chinese legend and whether it holds universal significance in a global context remains open. Confronting gender expectation. Main conflict of the cartoon focuses on Mulan's struggle with gender roles and entrenched in a patriarchal society. The girl is expected to be an exemplary daughter and bride, follow traditions, honor her family, and most importantly, not show initiative, which is considered typical for men. Nevertheless, Mulan does not fit this hold. Her decision to take the sick father's place in the military destroys the traditional area of woman's role as a submissive keeper of the heart. The song Reflection becomes a symbol of the heroine's internal conflict, asking the question, why should I hide my natural to meet and the expectation of others? Mulan demonstrates that a woman's worth is determined not only by her role in the family, but also by her personal qualities, actions, and desire to stay true to herself. Women as a hero. The plot of the cartoon shows that women are just as capable as men in demonstrating leadership qualities, strategic thinking, and courage. Moreover, Mulan saves the empire not through physical strength traditionally associated with masculinity, but through intelligence, creativity, and the ability to think outside the box. An ironic moment occurs in the song "I'll Make a Man Out of You," which extols the masculine virtue required for men. Mulan, disguised as a young man, suppresses her campus, providing that these qualities are not inherently male. Condemnation of the patriarchal system. In the cartoon, Chinese society is depicted as a strictly hierarchical and based on gender roles. Women are expected to persist around domestic duties, while men are associated with war. However, Mulan's actions challenge the limitations of these traditional foundations. Her achievements, despite the system, ensure that a person's value is determined by their abilities, not their gender. It is also important to note that Mulan's motives in the film go beyond the original legend, while in the ancient Chinese poem her actions were dictated solely by a sense of duty to her family and the state. In the Disney version, the heroine also strives for self-realization and proof of her significance. Disobedience for the sake of justice. A special place in the feminist discourse of the cartoon it is secured by the theme of disobedience. Mulan's actions are a challenge to the established system, but her motivation is rooted in the desire to protect her family. This feature makes her character relatable not only to a Western audience but also to an Eastern one, as it shows a harmonious combination of a personal aspiration with cultural values. Critique from a feminist perspective. Despite its progressive message, the film has faced criticism for its limitations. First, Disney's feminist interpretation is viewed through the prism of Western values, which has caused controversy, especially in China. The adaptation has been criticized by local audiences for distorting the original poem and incorporating elements such as the dragon Mushi, which some see as offensive to Chinese culture. Secondly, the closing scene where Mulan returns home and reassumes her traditional role as daughter could be interpreted as a return to a patriarchal norms. For some viewers, this moment served as a symbol of compromise, which softens the feminist message of the narrative. Feminism in the original legend. It is intriguing that the original Chinese legend of Mulan, despite the absence of the modern concept of feminism, contains ideas that align closely to this movement. For the first time, the Chinese folklore, a woman takes center stage as a character, showcasing traits such as courage, resolveness, and military valor, which were traditionally attributed only to men. At the same time, Mulan's character remains deeply respectful of Confucian principles, emphasizing her devotion to family and nation. Meaning of the Mulan for nowadays feminism. Disney's Mulan continues to inspire millions by showing that gender stereotypes can be defeated through bravery and commitment to being true to oneself. Mulan's story emphasizes that a woman's place is not determined by societal expectations, but rather by her own desires and capabilities. At the same time, the discussion of Mulan shows how important it is to consider cultural context when interpreting feminist ideas. The legend of Mulan has been adapted for Western audiences, but its original story stands as a powerful example of how the idea of equality can be reflected in the traditional values of different cultures. Thus, Mulan is not only an artistic film but also a frame for discussion on how different cultures understand and express the ideas of a gender equality.